Englentine here. Now, I was given this article. I know a couple of people have already talked about it, so maybe I could say something different. I don't know. I haven't seen those videos yet because I didn't want to copy or anything. So, now that we've got a female Thor, let's topple every pale male and stale superhero character we can. Now, it's from somebody named KT Roberts. I'm only assuming the way to the left politics that have people believing that in order to make a woman strong, you have to make a man weak, because you can't have a strong woman if there's a strong male around. Let's see, stealing a few spots from original characters at the front of the box office race is not only positive, but absolutely necessary if underrepresented actors are to have a fighting chance. Now, see, okay, right off the freaking gate, you're moving the goalpost. Underrepresented actors is not, what you mean is people that aren't white. Just say those freaking words and be honest. Because what you're saying, underrepresented actors, well, hell, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are in everything. Therefore, should we give it to Shecky Green? Yeah, I think he's dead. Anyway, point being is there are a lot of actors not getting a lot of work no matter what their race is. You're not talking about underrepresented actors. You're not talking about somebody who needs to get a better agent, you dumbass. Alrighty, so blah, blah, blah. It made a lot of money. I've been over this twice already, and so I'm not going to go through this boring part. Oh, we made a lot of money, and superhero movies are all about the underdog, and holy crap, people went crazy when female Thor was announced, but we're not going to pay attention to the real reason they went crazy, which is, of course, that she's taking the Thor name and not getting her own identity. And everybody and their brothers pointed out the fact that in Endgame, which you mentioned up here, we assume you've seen because you bring it up in this article, Captain America gets the hammer and doesn't become Thor. So why doesn't Jane Foster get her own identity? It's the same argument we've made for 4 years in the comics, and now we're here at the movies talking about the same thing. And she's like, oh, wait, somebody complained that the Norse myth, then I don't know why they didn't complain, because Thor Ragnarok didn't have things that were in the Norse myth. Okay, Thor is Marvel's Thor, not Norse myth Thor. So, yeah, this is a bullshit argument anyway. As a matter of fact, if you want, you can have a Bob's Thor. Go right on ahead. He's in the public domain. Write your own Thor story. You can't draw him like Marvel, but you can have your own Thor. Alrighty, so it goes on to say it's the ostensibly more reasonable complaint of, I don't mind female POC, LGBT, whatever. Come on. Can we stop with this? I don't mind not white characters, but why can't they make their own is what you're saying right here. Gosh, it's even less writing to do. And then said, that nettles me because make no mistake, we are. Villain interrupted. My play about the supervillains in prison therapy runs at the Camden Fringe in August. Well, good plug. Cool. That's awesome. Nobody's saying anything. Obviously, you should be wanting to highlight, as you said, underrepresented. You're like, oh, we need to highlight underrepresented actors, but not characters. How about bringing some of these characters into the spotlight and making them the big league? That's what we're saying. Nobody's saying don't have it. Like, nobody's been wanting a Black Widow movie since she first appeared in Iron Man 2. Come on. Get off your ass. This is lazy. I'm getting mad at this article for just being lazy. We've heard this. We've been through this. We've debunked this already. This is old fucking hat. I'm repeating myself. At this point, I could put an old video I did on the same damn subject because they're saying the exact same goddamn things, which is causing the same goddamn reaction. And I'm pretty sure that Young Ripper or Nerdette or any of the hundreds of other people that have responded to this are probably saying the exact same thing that I said 3 freaking years ago when we were talking about the damn comic book. We've been here. We've done that. And this is lazy, because if you came at us with a real freaking argument, then you'd show that you had balls, or whatever you want to call it, lady nuts, KT. Then we know that you have an argument. But this is, oh my gosh, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to continue. This is a waste of my goddamn time just because I've seen it before. Oh, audience tired of the same old stories. Have you seen a Marvel movie? Look, I enjoy them. I like them. But Black Panther and Captain Marvel are the exact same stories we'd been getting for 10 years, but one is in blackface and one had boobs. And I'm sorry, I understand that sometimes, yes, people seeing somebody of the same race or gender doing something makes them go, oh, hey, I could do that. But do you know what else does? Just being relatable, just being a normal human or somebody who is an underdog, as you put in your first paragraph, who could say, wow, he is just like me and he stepped up. Because I'll tell you what, and I've said this so many freaking times, a person who is a black person who's living in Beverly Hills is not having the same experience as a black person who's living in a freaking ghetto in Louisiana or any ghetto. It's not about the race. It's about what's on the inside. It's about that drive that makes you want to achieve, even though everything's pushing you down. And that's what the superheroes are about. You guys are just so freaking caught up on race. Oh, I've been through this before. You know what? I'll watch their videos as well. I'll guarantee, god dang to you, that they are saying the exact same thing I've said for the last 3 goddamn years. And I do just realize that once I censored myself and I missed that one. Sorry. Okay. Just consider the raw potential harnessed by films seen by millions, giving audiences superheroes and spies and princesses different to themselves normalizes diversity. Nobody's arguing this. This is not an argument anybody but you is making. Please, by all means, let's get Luke Cage off the small screen and onto the big screen. I would love that. There's also Marvel Man. There's also, the Blue Marvel, I meant to say. I'm so happy to see Monica Rambeau. I did a video about Monica Rambeau, a couple of them. So happy to see that she's going to be on the big screen. I still say she should have been the first Captain Marvel since she is the first female Captain Marvel. Should have been done. There's so many characters that could be brought. Nobody's mad because they're not doing Danny Rand on the big screen and instead they're doing Shang-Chi. Oh. So it goes on, says, so yes, let's plunder the male heroes, and Thor's an excellent place to start. There's simply, oh God, you are such a weak person. KT, you are such a weak woman. You really are. Because you believe that you cannot have a strong woman near a strong man. You don't break someone down to build someone else up. That's not being strong. Okay, plus Marvel women have a history of relegated to the sappy love interest or worse, the feisty girl, whose only power is the super boyfriend backing her up. Jane Foster, particular victim of this casual misogyny. It's not misogyny. Hell, I've been in this situation myself, and I'm not that big. Where I've had a girlfriend say something and then expect me to step in when the guy decides it's time to fight. Oh, man, she got her ass whipped by that dude, too. Anyway, let's see. In 2011's Thor, demanding she'll give her back her life's work. They capitulate when Thor asks. And the sequel, Thor the Dark World, is swooning damsel showing her mettle by giving Loki a good slap while he's in cuff, and Thor's right there. Something tells me that even if he wasn't in cuffs, she would have slapped him at that point. She was pretty pissed for the world. Let's see. Finally, this is a chance for the character to ironically step out of Thor's... No, you're absolutely wrong. She's not stepping out of Thor's shadow. She's stepping right in the freaking middle of it. You don't think that it's going to... Well, she's Lady Thor. Lady Thor is here because, you know what? That's what she is. That's what she is. Now, had you made any female... if you did Valkyrie as a movie, that wouldn't be in Thor's shadow. But you put Jane Foster directly right smack dab in the middle of it. Let's see. Women directors are few and far between and are only just starting to helm blockbuster films without a single female lead. Alrighty. With Chloe Zhao directing The Eternals. Wait. Without us... Oh my gosh, that is not even the right example. I mean, the one name, the first big name we got... oh my gosh, Angelina Jolie's going to be here, but this director is not directing a movie without a big, God dang it. Oh, and by the way, wasn't there a movie called The Hurt Locker, which won a whole bunch of Oscars or something a while back? I do believe that was directed by a woman, and the leads were less than feminine, or more than feminine. They were just masculine. It was a freaking army movie. Goodness gracious. Alrighty. Anyway, guys, that's what I got to say about that one. Oh, I have my BB Wolf Sausage Company from Disney thing open. Usually I don't do that. Let me go to this other one here because I saw it and I might as well talk about this. Being mad about Lady Thor means you're a fake fan. Let's see. Correction. She's called Lady Thor. Alrighty. Let's be real. Which Thor do you think most women really want to see? And of course, it's got the woman and it's got Chris Hemsworth. So yeah, it's just basically saying this is the reason why Jane Foster should have the hammer and become Thor. Nobody's mad about Jane Foster having the hammer. It's taking the name. Just give her her own identity. Just thought since some actually worship Thor, this could be offensive. He spelled offensive wrong. To their faith. I dare them to make a movie about the life of a prophet Muhammad. He spelled prophet wrong. But it must be woke, and he should be made a woman instead. But I bet they don't have the stones. Well, Jen Zarek, I think you're right about that. Of course, they don't take you right. They don't take you seriously, even though I think that's actually a pretty decent point. I didn't know Thor underwent... I complain about this guy not being able to spell, but I can't speak. I didn't know Thor underwent gender reassignment surgery. I guess they forgot to include that bit in Endgame. Well, once again, so long as it's, just take your own name. She isn't Thor, and Natalie Portman hasn't played a leading role in a successful franchise since the prequels. Is that true? Really? You think so? I don't know. Anyway, it looks like a whole bunch of people just complaining about it, or maybe they bring up some good things. We've said it before. It's not her taking the hammer. It's not her getting the power of Thor. He's who holds the hammer or something like that. Gosh darn it, I used to know this by heart. Whoever so holds the hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. I've read this so many times, I should know. It's just skipping my mind right now. Anyway, point being, they get the power, they don't get the identity. I've said that in the Man with Boobs video a lot better. So check that video out as well. And I should have cut this one off before I butchered the writing on the hammer. Anyway, I did it right in the other video, so don't freaking at me over this one. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to click like and share, subscribe, hit all that stuff, but make sure you got those notifications on and you ring that bell, because that's all YouTube really cares about. Now, if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi and drop $1 in the till. We certainly appreciate it. You help us keep the lights on, help us keep making videos for you. If you don't mind me working for my money, you can commission a video. A lot of people have done that, and I've been having a lot of fun. Just did an Unknown Soldier video and an Exo Manowar video. Got a lot more coming up. I certainly appreciate everybody who has done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.